Good morning, folks. Wow, what a weekend. That's what this video is going to be all about, is a recap of this long Labor Day weekend here in Virginia and Tennessee. So Friday, on the last video I told you the family took off to go to, lens is fogging up. The family took off to go to Bristol, Tennessee, to a cabin we had rented, and we also had an event, Cleetus and Car's YouTube channel racing event that I went to, but I wasn't able to go up until Sunday morning, so I only caught the main event. Missed 3/4 of it, only caught the last event, but it was amazing. The reason I couldn't go up with the rest of the family because I had a show on Saturday night, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of what that looked like right now. We played until about midnight, then had to break down and reload the trailer, which is where the actual paycheck part comes in. So that took us until about 1:30. Actually, I think I got home about 1:30. It was a local show, so that was nice. I got home to a Home Alone ancient dog. He had some issues during the night, as we expected. Kind of felt neglectful, but you know, it was our only choice. So we had to get him cleaned up and settled. I still had to pack for taking off that morning, which was, I was going to get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep before I took off. Loaded Miki up. Here's a picture of how Miki rode, and he was not having it. It was about a 6-hour drive to Bristol, and he was yelling and whining the whole time. Guys, let me tell you, this dog is old enough to drive. In fact, if he makes it to December, he'll be old enough to vote. But the truth is, folks, we're probably at a decision point that we need to make a quality of life decision for him. But he's a tough old bastard, and a bastard he is. Miki and I got to Bristol after about 6 hours of stressful driving with him, and then met up with my wife, and we made the kids and dogs exchange, and then we headed out to Bristol Motor Speedway and had a great event. We caught the very end of the stadium super trucks, and here's what that looks like. If you've never seen it, it's wild. Then we got some pretty good seats right there in the middle of the stands and watched the qualifying rounds, which didn't take too long, probably 30-45 minutes. Had time to get some concessions. Boys needed to get some sunglasses, so we got some Demolition sunglasses, some good old merch from Demolition Ranch. And then it was time to start your engines.
We're seeing the red, white, blue. It says this is as American as it gets. You kind of like, you know the answer to it, right? You're kind of like, ah, all right. Look at that. Nothing more American than having the American flag out of every car out here.
So the Bristol 1000 is a 100 lap race in Crown Victorias, which, in case you don't know what a Crown Victoria is, it is a former cop car, probably from about 20 years old. So these are cars that are all base model, and they are fitted with nitrous injection, which gives an engine a little bit of boost when the driver pushes a button, and that's the only modification that's made to it. So these cars are basically all the same. The YouTubers that are driving them have had the opportunity to modify them and put whatever they want on them for, I guess, marketing and talking trash. Now, I brought the boys into this cold. They really had no idea who the various YouTubers were, so I told them to pick a number and root for it. Me, of course, I was going for the Demolition Ranch car, number 50. And then also my second choice was then 1776 with the Vice Grip Garage, followed by the 801 car, which was Heavy D Sparks. Bennett, he chose Roman Atwood's car, the number 77 car, and I said, oh, is that because it's my birthday? No, it's because Star Wars was made in 77. He's really into Star Wars right now. And Casey, he went for the 33 car because it was purple. Right away, the race is off to a really good competitive start. A lot of people fighting for the front, including Haley Deegan, who was the field's only female race car driver. She's, I guess you'd call her semi-professional, but definitely the one with some of the most experience out there. And then Robbie Gordon was out there. Of course, he's a professional. You've heard of him. But Bennett was really excited because the 77 car was right up there fighting for the lead, right in the second and third and fourth place, sometimes fifth place. But he was up there, and Bennett was super excited. And then lap 14 happened, and all hell broke loose.
Squeeze in. That's like I was saying. Nick and Haley. That was a trifecta. Kevin was pushing a little hard, coming out of turn 2, dropped down low. Looked like he got to the bumper of Nick Seuss just a little bit. Nick Seuss trying to correct, come across Haley. They both smashed. Car gets a little ahead of the bumper of Nick Seuss. Right quickly out. You can see Kevin there down the side. Make sure Haley, Nick, everybody follows. Just want to make sure they're up there. Haley Deegan on that far side. Seuss, there was a backup there. Down there. Just outside of that. Make sure.
Hasn't got out yet.
There you go. That's a hell of a kid. Is that Nick? No, I think that's Roman. No, that's not Roman. Hey, is that Cleetus outside of his car? There's Haley. Wow, looks like Haley, you okay, girl? There she is. She went hard at the wall. That high side. That's gonna get you. Cleetus is outside of his vehicle. And so here is Cleetus's perspective. See Dave Sparks on the low side. Cleetus saw it, reacts. Oh. Yeah, he's spinning, he's done, he knows there's nothing he can do. Comes to a halt. So here's Seuss. Seuss goes for the attack. Kevin, okay, sorry, he gets aggressive. Zeus gets loose. The Zeus is loose, and then he goes. Zeus is loose, nose, he gets a no job.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like Zeus is trying to just come back in line. Yeah. But the problem is Kevin is already here. It was a good, I call it a perfect storm. You know, where somebody makes a mistake and also somebody makes contact.
Fortunately, everyone walked away relatively unhurt. You know, I'm sure some people were pretty sore after that, but this took out 10 cars right away. This track started with 25 or 27 racers, but we're now down to 15 racers at this point. Now all the cars that we were rooting for were still in the race.
Looks like Roman Atwood is going to be your pole position leader right now.
Roman Atwood's car slipped through the carnage, evidently looking like he slipped through without being touched, and he was like right there. He was like the 4th place guy, so he was now number 1 in the restart. After a couple more laps, though, a few cars had to bail out just because they evidently did pick up some damage that they thought they can get through, but evidently not. The Demolition Ranch car and the 1776 car were placed somewhere near the rear, but after the restart, Roman Atwood, you know, he really wanted to keep that 1st place position, and he did for several laps, but he went hard, and his car eventually smoked out, and you know, he lasted maybe 10 more laps, I don't know, but he had to bail out, and not long after, so did Demolition Ranch's car. They're both smoking under the hood. So
about to have a green flag here in the Bristol 1000. The Birdie and Joseph battling hard going into turn 1. Looks like Joseph's going to make it. What's his name? No! On the front, Joseph trying to take on but guess what? Look at that, and we're seeing Sid from 70. Let's regardless, he put it together the longest Victoria crown victory. Dude, congratulations.
What just happened, Bennett?
Well, somebody just won, and that happened to be the car I was rooting for.
Dude, amazing event. Congratulations, Brad and Bernie. Throw it down to you, Cleetus. What do you think, man?
Dude, Brad and Bernie taking the W. I thought JH was coming.
After the races, we went back to the cabin we rented in the hills, and it's actually back in Virginia. Bristol is actually a town that is in Bristol and Virginia, so you got two different zip codes, Bristol, Tennessee and Bristol, Virginia. But about 45 minutes away was the cabin at the state park, at the tunnel. It was a natural tunnel state park. They actually have a railroad that runs through this natural tunnel. But But yeah, so this is the cabin we stayed at. It is probably the nicest state park cabin we've ever been to. Here's a few pictures from that. The one thing I would recommend is if you're going to stay in something like this, then go ahead and bring your own bedding, because it's got this this vinyl mattress cover and pillow covers on it, and it's just not a great sleeping situation. So bring your own pillow, bring your own sheets, and you'll be fine. This is what we woke up to the next day. Lots of rain. I had brought the drone to get some aerial footage, but obviously I wasn't going to bring the drone out in this kind of weather. So that was my weekend, ready to get back to normal. That was we got back on Monday afternoon after a 6-hour drive home, and back at it Tuesday. Well, I'll post this video, and Wednesday I'll be back to normal, doing some work around the house, and bringing you another update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some entertainment out of this, and for those of you that watched my video yesterday, which was a brief recap of the accident that went on Sunday, and you subscribed, so you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for following along. Hopefully you find something in my channel that makes you stay and makes you come back, and thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you tomorrow.